Look, I came down here to apologize for how things went. All right. Turns out you didn't dent my car.
Of course I did it. And if I did, I'm not responsible. Who dented the car?
My daughter.
Hey! What did she hit?
Fire hydrant.
Hey! Let me get this straight. So you come in here and accuse me that all this time the criminal is still in your own house. I should sue you for defamation of character.
Listen, I'm sorry you feel that way, man. That's why I'm here.
I don't want to hear it. You're like Sarah Palin, and I'm like Barack Obama. And your daughter, she's George Bush. Everything is her fault. But who they blame? Me, the black man.
What's up? It's like 6:37 in the morning. 6:37 in the morning. And it's a Sunday. And I'm on my bullshit. Check this out. I want you to hear this first. I know YouTube is gonna kill me with this sound. As far as with the music goes. But check this out.
Came down to a woman hoeing herself for like a ride home.
The damage that comes from the incessant, repetitive, mindless violence that permeates our media all the...
He said that permeates in our media. Permeates through our media. So, check it. It's crazy how in all the madness, some people actually say some real shit. Alright? Now, back then, I would have disagreed. I would have been like, he just want to keep us down. He don't understand this. We talk about, they rap about what's going on in everyday life. They're journalists. They're hip-hop journalists. They mean, hip-hop artists. In the 90s, you had Rodney King, over in LA. You had Rodney King. You had, I think O.J. Simpson. But see, I think at the same time, you also had the Marilyn Manson murders. You know what I'm saying? I think during that time you also had what was that Caucasian female that had gotten kidnapped, and then she ended up chilling with the kidnappers, and then when her parents wanted her back, her father was like a famous newspaper guy. He owned a newspaper, LA Times or something like that. That might have been, never mind, I think that was an earlier date. But still, we had the 90s. Tupac, he was doing his thing with Congress and shit. Congress was, fucking with Luke. No, I think that was in the 80s too. Never mind. But still, when it comes down to it, the basis of this video is that, let's go back to Tupac. Tupac was the one that came out with Brenda Had a Baby. But Brenda barely had a brain. It's a damn shame. The girl could barely spell her name. You know what I'm saying? Child pregnancy. You know what I mean? I think in that song, Brenda was raped by her uncle. And, the embarrassment of having a child from an uncle, plus her being too young, you know what I'm saying, was like too much, and she fucking put her baby in a goddamn trash can. You know what I mean? So, here he is, talking about some real conscious shit. And then you'd be like, yo, what happened? Where did that go? You know what I'm saying? What happened? Now, I would love to say things changed when he went to LA. Alright? He was on the East Coast, born on the East Coast. And he went to the art school, music and art school, Jada Pinkett, and a lot of fucking celebrities that came from that class. Do some research, and it'll probably blow your mind how many people, you know what I'm saying, rubbed elbows with Tupac during that time that he was there. But still, and I'm talking about people that didn't even make it big. You know what I'm saying? Think about people who are coming from, who are on YouTube with podcasts, and they know the behind the scenes stories of these celebrities who made it big. Just because, you know, back in the day, they had gone to school with them, they had, you know what I'm saying? They had promising careers, but things derailed it. So anyway, I am with the shits. Meaning, I can listen to some bullshit. I can listen to some hip hop that ain't talking about shit. Thing is, it has to have a bomb ass beat, a bomb ass bass line, bomb ass melody, a bomb ass rhythm. Because all that's gonna drown out the lyrics. I'll be too busy. I'm a poet, so I'm making up my own lyrics. I'm going to the store. I gotta get some hoe. Oh, them ho-hos. Because I like the chocolate O's. I want to get some of those. Because it smells up our nose. You know what I'm saying? Chocolate smells good. Chocolate smells good. Seriously. And it's like, remember those chocolate donuts? Come in like 6 in a pack. And you know, you take a bite of it, but while you're taking a bite of it, you can just smell that chocolate and dough, and it's just scrumptious. You know what I'm saying? Just yummers. But anyway, I'm making up my own lyrics when I'm listening to music. You know what I'm saying? It's like inspiration to some of my poetry and shit. So I'm down with the shits. You know what I mean? But it gets old. It gets old. And now that I've gotten older, you know what I'm saying? I got old man ears. And it's like, man, you remember my mind is playing tricks on me? Boom, 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 boom. Play that song, look it up and play it, and see how many times you hear the N word or the B word. Leave me a comment down below. You know what I mean? That song. You know what I'm saying? Public Enemy. Are you going to hear the N word and the B word from Public Enemy? Yes. Don't be ridiculous. But is it in every one of their songs? No. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Man, KRS-One is still trying to turn people onto the elements of hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? It's only the people who are looking for the truth, looking for the real shit, that they'll find KRS-One. KRS-One has already fought, you know what I'm saying, to speak, you know what I'm saying, for his rights. You know what I mean? People tried to shut him up a long time ago because he wasn't going with the herd. Now, check it out. There's videos on this. You just gotta look for it. But there are some hip-hop artists that said that they went to meetings with record executives and private prison owners. And the execs and the private prison owners was like, yo, we need y'all to steer your culture through this revolving door so the private prison owners can get some money, can get some revenue out of your culture. The more you talk about smoking dope, selling dope, the more you talk about drinking and chilling the more you're talking about shooting and killing, getting revenge, the more you talk about taking the law into your own hands, the more you're saying, fuck that, you know what I'm saying, we gonna handle this, the more you're setting people up for failure, especially young men. Okay, because look, the HUD program was supposed to separate, divide families. And once they saw that that wasn't working, because, you know, there were some sisters out there, I ain't gonna say sisters, because it wasn't only melanated people on welfare. Trust and believe. You had so many people. Back in the day, there used to be what you call lower class, middle class, and upper class. Upper class being people that are going to Harvard, living in the Hamptons. Now, mind you, it wasn't just, you know what I'm saying, non-melanated people that had that generational wealth. Look at, and I hate to say the B word, but the darker tone of brown, fuck it, Black Hamptons. And it's fucked up. You know, in order to find shit, you have to type in the word black. Black people this, black, you know what I'm saying? You have to. Because you can't just type in brown Hamptons, melanated Hamptons. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You can't. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work in the search. It's not in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? But you got the Black Hamptons. You got black private beaches. You know what I'm saying? All, you know, like around Virginia Beach. You know what I'm saying? In North Carolina, or the Carolinas. You know what I'm saying? North and South Carolina. It's full of melanated, you know, wealthy melanated folks. They don't want to tell you. You know what I'm saying? You got more, you know, what they want to say, poor white trash in states like that. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. It is like total flip. You know what I'm saying? The minorities aren't brown in states like that. You know what I'm saying? But still, there's a lot of fucking shit out there that folks should, you know, do their research on and try to connect the dots. Because when it comes down to this hip hop thing that went commercial and then it went global, now every fucking country is like, yo, hip hop is how we express ourselves. Hip hop is how we tell the story of where we come from. We tell our story through hip hop. You have poets. You have poets. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them are conscious poets. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are writing hip hop lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I'm performing it with the way spoken word is, with the cadence, 'cause they have bars for days. Can you dig it? You know what I'm saying? And instead of digging it, folks need to dig in. We need to create our shelters. Okay, Ray J was talking to Cam Newton a few months ago. And Ray J was like, man, I want to expose some shit. But when I expose this, I need to get away. And Ray J was like, hey, Cam, you have bunkers. Can I come to yours? The first thing Cam said was, no, I don't want that toxicity around my peoples. And Ray J let him know right then and there, damn, that hurt. Now, let me tell you something. I know what it feels like to have somebody reach out to you, and when you say no, they're like, man, you gonna say no? Ah, damn, I never thought you'd say no to me. You know what I'm saying? And all they're looking for is something slight. They're not asking for much. They're not asking for much. You know what I'm saying? It's like, check this out. I know what that feeling is, and it's a fucked up feeling. You know what I mean? It's a fucked up feeling. And I'm a giver. You know what I'm saying? I am a giver. But there's times when people's livelihoods spooks the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I had a couple of friends that were bipolar schizophrenics. And they were a couple. So it's like they did each other bad. They did themselves bad. Just because that they was feeling a certain way about the other person. You know what I'm saying? They'd take it out on themselves type shit. You know what I'm saying? Splitting, cutting wrists and banging out my door and shit. And I'm like, whoa, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't want to be around that shit. Take that somewhere else. I thought you was my friend. I came and helped you out. You punk ass. You know what I'm saying? That's when the motherfucker will call you a punk ass. Call you a bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yo, I did call him my friend. You know what I'm saying? Now here I am, I won't even open up my door for him. Because, it's a fucked up ass feeling. But still, back to this Ray J joint. If you want to ask me more questions about my life, we'll do that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm segueing back into, to this video, topic of this video. So, as far as Ray J went, later on in that segment, when Ray J showed Cam, after Ray J showed Cam some things, that's when Cam was like, yo, I'm going to build a bunker just for you. You know what I'm saying? And that, Ray J was just like, yo, I think he put his hands up like, how a person prays? You put your two palms together. I think, Ray J was like, man, thank you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, that's how much the industry is driving people crazy. It's driving people loopy. And it's like, yo, when are people really going to take it seriously? We see it, we watch it, and we overlook it. And why? You know what I'm saying? It's like, why? I'm thinking to myself, because it fucks up our conveniences. But it's got to be something deeper than that. It's like when we're kids and our parents is telling us all the right shit that we need to know to become productive people and become productive kids. But what do? We challenge every fucking thing they say. And we naturally do it. We'll take ass whoopings. You know what I'm saying? We'll get put out the house. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why do we fucking do that shit? Is it programmed in us to buck the system? Even though the system is our own familial, our own family system. You know what I mean? Is it just programmed in us? Because mind you, when we are born into this world, there's things that we're programmed to do, that we're hardwired to do. You know what I mean? There's some things that a parent don't have to teach their kid. Their infant is going to do things on its own. You know what I'm saying? All it needs is some space. It's like put a camera over the baby's crib and watch that baby, and throughout the night, I swear it looks like their mind is rewiring itself. You know what I'm saying? The brain is wiring things. And in that movie Lucy, they were saying that the chemicals that are in an infant, you know what I'm saying, when it's forming itself, you know what I'm saying, the chemicals and things, it's like nuclear combustions or atomic combustion or some shit like that. All the different flares and the way, it's like, you gotta watch Lucy. Lucy is with Scarlett Johansson, All you gotta do is type in Scarlett Johansson and Lucy, and you'll come across the movie. The movie is called Lucy. And when they go to explain that shit, it's like, man, look, there's gotta be some truth to that. Because babies be having growing pains. And it's like, what are you crying for? Well, it's like, man, when you got fucking teeth trying to come through your gums, you know what I'm saying? Just think when we get older and our teeth are rotting out our mouth, that's pain. You know what I mean? So it's like, as a baby, things are, growing, and as elderly people, it's all in reverse. You know what I mean? We're going back into an infant state, and it is what it is. But back to this video, it's like, yo, why do we do shit like that? Why do we challenge each other? Even though we see how things affect the other person in a negative way, and here comes my favorite word again, we should be trying to learn vicariously through somebody else's example. So then that way, we don't have to go through the shits like they're going through it. Okay? It's like, man, you got folks who are gifted one way or another. And you got some folks who are gifted not to have a gift. And it sounds stupid, but it's like, yo, people who are gifted, they damn near go mad because they put themselves out there, they share their gift with everybody in the world, and then fans will fuck you up emotionally. They'll give you PTSD, have you triggered. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, a person's fans is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? A person's popularity is dangerous. Check this out. Who was in the news lately? Pinky Doll, something like that. She was on Twitch, TikTok. She was like, yes, more, I want more. You know what I'm saying? A Canadian female, a melanated female. Our parents were islanders, either Jamaican or something like that. But a problem that she had was reading comments and listening to what the fan base was saying, and the shit that they were saying was like, she can't be doing this for real as far as eating a lot of food and shit. You know, they questioned all her, her niche. You know what I'm saying? Everything she was doing to entertain people. People was questioning whether she was really doing it type shit. And she was like, you don't think I'm doing it for real? Look, check this out. Fucking hurting herself. Just to prove her fans and the naysayers and the trolls, just to prove them wrong. You know what I mean? Well, by doing that, by reading those comments, reacting to them, you know what I'm saying, and fighting these trolls, stooping down to their level, it caused a lot of backlash. And she ended up losing some viewers. They tried to ban her from either TikTok or Twitch or whatever. It didn't work, but she didn't, you know what I'm saying, she lost the fire that she had. And she ended up going to a reality show, I think Love and Hip Hop Miami. She even moved to Miami. And some people say that it was strategic because she and her sister, when they get in the music biz, she has a sister that's just as gorgeous as she is. And Pinky Doll, yeah, I think that's what it is, Pinky Doll. But she's on Love and Hip Hop. This is August 10th, 2025. So, yeah. You know, I don't care when you're watching this. When you want to do your reference, look up Love and Hip Hop Miami around this August 2025 time. Alright? So anyway, it's like, man, when you want to learn vicariously through people, you see what their mistakes is. All right? You see where their mistakes is. And it's like, man, I wouldn't have done that. Really? Look at all this shit that you say you would not have done, but you end up doing something pretty damn close to it, and it fucked you up anyway. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I remember I used to tease people. Not even tease people. I would talk shit about people who smoke cigarettes. I called them smokers. Smokers. I was like, oh man, you gonna grab your cancer stick, huh? That's why your mouth stink. That's why your upper lip stink. That's why your teeth gonna rot out. That's why your fingers is yellow. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't grow fingernails on your 2 fingers. You know what I'm saying? It's talk mad shit. I ain't never gonna do this. Give it a year of talking that shit, and I was in like we had this wooded area outside of my apartments. Man, I was back there smoking all kind of cigarettes, looking for cigarettes that people dropped, fiending. You know what I'm saying? It's some bullshit. Alcohol. You know what I'm saying? It was like, man, I seen, I was raised up around alcoholics and you know what I'm saying, weed heads, and I'm just like, I ain't gonna do that. I see what it's doing to them. Arguing and fighting, forgetting shit, forgiving people for no damn reason, settling for less, wasting your money on the bullshit, buying that shit instead of buying your kids shit. You know what I'm saying? Boom. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that should have been rock bottom. You know what I mean? It should have been rock bottom. I took an alcohol course. Let's do some IRL. You want to get, do a Q&A on me and how I can talk shit about topics like this. And then it's like, how can he sound so passionate about this shit? Let me give you some IRL. I took an alcohol course. All right. And before I took the alcohol course, I went on a retreat to better myself. All right. Shit. I wasn't happy. Still wasn't happy. I was happy, you know what I'm saying? No, I wasn't happy. So, I took an alcoholics course. And at the end of that course, I had asked the instructor, I'm like, look, do you believe that a person can do like a 180 or 360 or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, can do a turnaround? I think that's a 180. Can do a turnaround, you know what I'm saying, without hitting rock bottom. And the instructor was like, it can be done, but it's rare. It's hard. And I was like, okay. Then the instructor asked, it was a Friday, the last day of the class. The instructor asked, after y'all have gone through this course, who thinks that they'll go and have a drink this weekend? Out of all the people that answered before me, I was like, nah, I wouldn't. I was the first person to sit back and be like, I wouldn't put it past me. I don't know, I wouldn't want to, but I probably would. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm just being honest. I probably would. Even though, you know what I'm saying, I'm sitting here thinking, I don't think so. But I'm like, man, look, I'm an alcoholic, I probably would. And then after me, a couple other people, jumped on the bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? So, did I learn something vicariously through other people? Through the people that had been in and out of my life since childhood? It took me all the way to my adulthood to go through an alcohol course. You know what I'm saying? To go through a fucking retreat. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck did I learn? And then, and then some years later, I still end up being a fucking alcoholic still. Not still. It's like I continue to be an alcoholic. You know what I mean? After the damage was done, I still, drank. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I still drank, I still smoked. You know what I'm saying? I did the damn thing. I don't no more. I've been sober for 10 plus years. Haven't had a cigarette 10 plus years. Haven't had a drink or smoked any weed in 10 plus years. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. I finally gave that shit up. But I still question our culture, people in our culture, the people who want to be a part of our culture. You know, it's like, yo, what are you going to do to help our culture? If you want to be a part of it, if you want, you know what I'm saying? If you want to enjoy the fruits of our culture, what are you going to bring to the table? It's like a relationship question. You know what I'm saying? A woman to ask a man and a man to ask a woman, what are you going to bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? It's just not sex. It's not your car. You know what I'm saying? Been there, done that. It's not your place of residence. You know what I'm saying? It's not your beauty or your handsome looks. You know what I'm saying? What are you bringing to the table? You got a job, I got a job. What are you bringing to the table? You do laundry, I do laundry too. What are you bringing to the table? You cook, well, I know how to cook too. What are you bringing to the table? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are you bringing to the table? You saying that you'll do this, but look, I've had 15, 20 other females tell me the same fucking thing, and they're not here. Then they look at me and be like, well, it must be you, not them. I'm like, really? You don't know them, and you don't know me. So how the fuck can you say some shit like that? So what are you going to bring to the table? And that's what I'm saying about our culture. If you want to be a part of our culture, what are you bringing to the table? Or do you just want to sit at the table and enjoy hip-hop? Do you want to just enjoy poetry? Do you want to just enjoy concerts and fucking our dress code? You know what I'm saying? You want a ghetto pass. You want to go chill in the hood. You want to say the N-word. You know what I'm saying? What is it? What do you want? Good morning. It's like, what the fuck do you want? You know what I'm saying? What are you going to bring to the table? What are you going to bring to the culture? What are you going to bring to the culture? Now see, like I said, back in the day, in the 80s and shit, we had a lower class, a middle class, and an upper class. And even in the middle class, you had an upper middle class, you had a regular middle class, and you had a lower middle class. And even with the lower class, you had an upper lower class, a regular lower class, and a low class. You know what I'm saying? Even in the upper class, you had the upper, the regular upper, you know what I'm saying, and the low upper. And that's just the way that our humanity would segregate each other. Segregate is a big, strong word for the word that I'm thinking of, that I would rather say. You know what I'm saying? I can't even think of the word that I'm trying to say, but I know what it means. You know what I'm saying? The separation, the division. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, we gotta unthink the bullshit. That's why I say there's a lot of shit out there that I want to do my research on, but I don't trust the resources that I need to use to do my research because they don't want us to learn shit. They, meaning people who are making rules and changing rules. The people that have so much that they want it all and they don't want to lose nothing, but they don't want nobody else to get where they are. You know what I'm saying? Some people want to live as long as they want to fucking live. And while they're living as long as they're living, if anything was to happen, they're going to fucking leave everybody else. They're going to go up in space, or they're going to go deep underwater. They're going to go deep into some ice caves. They're going to go deep into some mountain caverns. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to live out their days in some kind of bunker. You know what I mean? They're going to do that, but they can't take too many people with them. And then they just don't want to live with the guilt of, you know, It's like, we allowed 4.2 billion people to just die while we're sitting here chilling. Well, 2 tears in a bucket, fuck it. Kind of hurts, kind of stings. Oh shit, some people survived. Oh damn, they're mutated. Science fiction wasn't too far from being the truth. That hurts. That stings. My back. My spleen. My neck and my back. I won $45 trillion. Okay, that scene came from Friday. When old boy slipped in the store and he was faking his shit, trying to get some money. Ezel. Anyway, so it's like, man, what are you gonna bring to the culture? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that it's like, man, I have talent, I have gifts. This is what I bring to the culture. And it's like, are you planting a seed? Are you going to plant a seed that allow people to grow? You know what I'm saying? Or are you going to be a weed and just absorb all the nutrients? You know what I'm saying? Look what's going on in Africa, Russia and China. They're over there, they're causing more damage than fucking the French did, than Portuguese. You know what I'm saying? Or Portugal. You know what I mean? Just the Brits. You know what I'm saying? They just fucking vultures, man. I mean, worse than vultures. I mean, there's some slimy fucking predators. You know what I mean? Some fucking fungus. Some fungi. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. And they're trying to milk all the resources out of that shit. And what are they gonna do? Leave it as a motherfucking dust bowl. And then nature's gonna have to take over. And it's gonna have to fix itself. And we ain't gonna like that. We're talking about global warming right now. I went through Oklahoma once before. And I spent a little time there. Well, I ain't gonna say a little time. I spent some time there. And the one thing that I enjoyed was that Oklahoma had 4 seasons. No, you could tell the difference between the 4 seasons. Winter was winter, fall was fall, spring was spring, summer was summer. You could tell. You could just, and it felt good because when I spent some time in Texas or California or other states on the East Coast, when those seasons came around, they kind of blurred together. I ain't gonna say kinda, they blurred together. You had a whole lot of summer, a little bit of spring, type shit like that. Or a whole lot of winter, no spring, straight into summer, that type shit. You know what I'm saying? Just weird ass weather. But now, you got weird ass weather everywhere. I stopped in Oklahoma and was checking out the weather and was like, man, for real? And this is supposed to be wintertime? It's icy. It's not snowy. It used to be snowy. You know what I'm saying? But nope. So, what are you going to bring to the culture? You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to Congress, yeah, they act like they want to help us. When it comes down to politicians, period, they act like they want to help us. But they have their own agendas. And for everybody who follows that shit, it's like, man, okay, you remember that saying, you are what you eat? You are what you eat type shit. Well, it's like you are what you worship. You know what I'm saying? If you're worshiping toxic shit, it's like you can't go a day without it. You know what I mean? You can't go hours without it. You know what I'm saying? I had an ex-wife that left the TV on Lifetime movies, Lifetime movie channel, even when she wasn't paying attention to it. And when I would go and change the channel, if she walked by, or when she would walk by and notice that the TV was on a different channel, she was like, excuse me, I was watching that. and be dead serious. No joke. No, it wasn't no thing of, we share this living conditions. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to share the TV. You know what I mean? But no. And I be sitting there, I'm like, man, this is some bullshit. The fuck I give this woman for and didn't do my fucking, you know what I'm saying, scouting. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what the fuck, yo? I'm accountable for my own misery. Let me dig in and fucking just be happy with the other shit that I'm supposed to be happy about. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is fucking miserable. Because I'm spoiled. I like spoiling myself. So anyway, I don't want to see anybody go through some bullshit. And where I left off at, it's like, man, people sit back and they tune into the news like it's their religion. People tune into theologians like if that's their, religion. These and what do you call it? These people that's on TV, Angelicus, whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? All these people that got these big ass churches and they're on TV late mornings, early in the morning, you know what I'm saying? It's like, are you creeping to be on TV? But then there's there's like 2 or 3 channels, you know what I'm saying, that plays nothing but church shit all day, all night. You know what I'm saying? So people who, it's like, why are we so tuned into this shit? And what else can we do besides that? We're only here for a limited time. And we can't take none of this shit with us. Who's to say that whenever we leave this carnal existence, is that the right word? Whenever we, leave this physical realm and shit, who's to say that we're going to remember any of this shit? And if we're not going to remember any of this shit, what the fuck are we really doing? And why aren't folks thinking on that level? You got people breaking their fucking back for financial happiness. And for what? You got people who crave for emotional satisfaction. And for what? Can't take it with us. Look at how many fucking relationships you gotta go through. Look at how many times you gotta look for love in all the wrong people. Looking for love. You know what I'm saying? How many times you gotta do that? It's a fucking roller coaster. Going in and out. All the way around. You're going upside down, looking down. Going upside, you know what I'm saying? Right side up, looking up. It's like, the fuck? And for what? Can't take it with us. The person we fought so hard to love, can't take him with us. You can kill him, but you're gonna go, who knows where the fuck are we gonna go? But I doubt, I doubt we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, take a loved one with us. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? My mom's dead, and I still see her in my dreams, and we be kicking it. You know what I'm saying? We have conversations like if she was alive and shit. And they're not memories, because we're in new places. We're talking about up-to-date shit. You know what I'm saying? We're dealing with up-to-date emotions that I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting comforted. She comforts me on shit that I'm going through in life. You know what I'm saying? Up-to-date life shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not dreams. It's not deja vu type shit. You know what I mean? When I say that I'm seeing my mother in my dreams, it's real shit. Up-to-date shit. It's cool. I don't like thinking about ghosts because it is fucked up how you see these paranormal TV shows, and it's like, okay, so how is it that these group of people, and I know it's a big fucking group of paranormal believers, why is it that they're always getting haunted? but the rest of the world is not. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Do the ghosts, you know what I'm saying, know who to fuck with and who not to fuck with? You're like, I'm not gonna waste my time with that motherfucker. He's gonna just sit back and say science. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna say it's a dimensional nothing. They're just gonna, laugh it off the science. Like, I didn't see a orb. That was science. They start rubbing their eyes and be like, yeah, I had something in my eye. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I need to get off of here. I think by now you have a very good idea of what I'm talking about in this video. You know what I'm saying? For the topic of this video, plain and simple, it started off with Bill Clinton talking about, yo, there's something going on. It's fucking up the system. You know what I'm saying? And it's all in the media. Alright? And from there, you know what I'm saying, I immediately went with O.J. Simpson when he was going through his shit in the 90s, and Rodney King. You know what I'm saying? So shit in the media then is much like the shit that's in the media now. Cops, you know what I'm saying, fucking people up, killing people, and people killing people. You know what I'm saying? Same shit, just a different date and time. You know what I mean? It's like they say, there's nothing new under the sun. For as long as we can think back. And I'm not talking about what's in the books. I'm talking about from what our great grandparents are telling us. For the ones that are still alive, for the grandparents and the great grandparents, for the ones that are still alive, they got stories to tell of their own experiences. That's the shit you should trust. All this other shit about who lived in and who lived in, who the fuck knows they've really existed? Just because it's in the book and you got people saying, we uncovered some buried treasures that dates back to, it's like, really? You fuckers are that smart, but you can't recreate water? H2O? Agua? 2 parts hydrogen, 1 point oxygen, creates water. That's the recipe. Cat Williams was right, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? But these people are supposed to be smart. And we're gonna just trust these motherfuckers? But look at this. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get off of here. I grew up during a time when food was this good, was so fucking good. We could eat as much as we wanted to eat, and we damn near got big. We started getting obese when they started fucking with our foods. Do your own research on that. Do your own research. You can see it everywhere. Look in the movies, check out the media. You know what I'm saying? People coming out of the 60s was just as thin as they wanted to be. They barely had any titties. They barely had asses. You know what I'm saying? They just over on the Soul Train line. You know what I'm saying? Buck with it. You know what I'm saying? Elephant, you know what I'm saying? Bottom pants. You know what I mean? Bell bottoms, whatever the fuck you want to call them. You know what I mean? Skinny jeans. You know what I'm saying? The style then is being copied and duplicated. You know what I'm saying? Or copied. You know what I mean? Shit. Afros and all that shit. But we wasn't obese then. You know what I'm saying? We didn't start getting obese until they started fucking with our food. Now, what I'm talking about, the reason why I brought this up is because I was raised up when food was good. If I wanted a honey bun, I'd have to eat it at my own risk. Because honey buns don't taste the same way. Okay? If I wanted some, even Twinkies taste different. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, sugar products, just, they taste different. Pastries, period. They just taste different. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, fast food restaurants. All the recipes have changed. You know what I mean? fucking the way that, okay, look at anyway, fuck it, I'm not gonna go into that, but just do your own research on that shit, and trust, if you talk to anybody that was a kid in the 80s and you ask them how food was and things like that, you know, food that you got from the store, man, there was a time when you go to the store with some food stamps, and $5 food stamps will give you like 6 to 7 different junk food items. And I'm not talking about small. You know what I'm saying? You had 79 cent this, 80 cent that, 99 cent this, and that's exactly what it was with no tax. Okay, let me give you a good example. I take a $5 food stamp, and I didn't want to spend it all, not in one day. Take a $5 food stamp. I go get a jug of juice, a jug of drink, some red drink for 99 cents, a whole gallon for 99 cents. And then I go get some Little Debbie snack cakes, brownies. And that came, what, 8, 9 individually wrapped, maybe even 12 individually wrapped brownies. And each one was, you know, like 2 brownies in an individual pack. You know what I'm saying? Little Debbie snack cakes was the shit. And it was only, what, 99 cents, maybe 89 cents. So with that food stamp, you know what I mean? Or with those food stamps, I'd only spend like $2 for that morning. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll walk down the street, damn near, you know, pumping myself full of sweets. And by the time I got to my destination, that gallon of juice be halfway done. My stomach be full. You know what I'm saying? Just living on the streets. Or just one of those things where you leave the house so early in the morning so you can go play, and you know you gotta walk halfway across town, or you gotta walk all the way across town. You want to get there before it gets too hot, because it's summertime. Summertime it used to start getting hot about 10 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? So you get up and you get out the house around 7, 8 o'clock. Make sure your chores is done, so by the time your parents wake up, you know what I'm saying, they'll read your note being like, I went over to my cousin's house, went over to my friend's house, this the phone number, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Or I'll call you, or call me and I'll be there. By the time you get this, I'll already be there. Type shit like that, you know what I'm saying? You do shit like that and you get your chores done, man, your parents leave you the fuck alone. You know what I'm saying? They'll wake up, read the note, and be like, oh, we got the house to ourselves. Drop your drawers. They'll get busy. You know what I'm saying? They fucking in every one of the rooms. You know what I mean? They're like, damn, that little, I wanted to say the N-word so bad. Now, I'm rambling. But those were the days when food was good. You know what I'm saying? Those were the days when a kid could really enjoy a good fucking meal until the crack epidemic. I said all that. You know what I'm saying? The sun was shining, birds was chirping. You know what I'm saying? The early bird was nibbling on a worm, and then boom, yeah, just like an atomic bomb, the crack epidemic hit. Just like that. But there was a time when it was all good. So once again, what are we gonna do to fix this shit? There's a big fucking problem going on, and we're witnessing it, but we're not doing shit to fix it. Even it helps if you get the word out there. And I mean, if it's like if you feel like you're talking to deaf ears, you just keep talking. If that's all you can do, you just keep fucking talking. They're gonna hear, they're gonna see your lips moving, and they're gonna assume that you're saying some shit that they don't want to hear. But one day, it's gonna be like, they're gonna be sitting there, and this is what they're gonna hear. Truth, is in. I'm trying to take. Man, would you? I'm only just trying to help you. It's passion. I want you to. Words are going to get in. They are. Just keep running your fucking mouth. If that's all you can do, just keep running your fucking mouth. But if you have the ability to get out there and actually do some physical shit, please do it. Please do it. Go within your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? There's guaranteed to be at least 8 houses on your side of the block. Alright? Then you go across the street. There's 8 more houses. Just between your side of the street and the people across the street. You can find out what people's job careers are. You might have 2 doctors, 2 nurses, 2 mechanics, 2 plumbers, 2 electricians, 2 professional babysitters, 2 hairdressers, 2 barbers, 2 cooks. You know what I'm saying? Or one of each of those. And you find out how everyone on your side of the street and across the street can actually help each other out. It's like instead of driving 3 miles away to give your gifts to other people for financial gain, you can go right across the street to one of your neighbors and help them out. And in return, it'd be like a barter system. People don't know about barter systems. But you sit back and you be like, hey, I got some fresh fruit, I got some fresh vegetables. Can you help me, collaborate? Can you help me recalibrate, my car? You know what I'm saying? I got some fruits, I got some vegetables. Can you help me fix my refrigerator or my washing machine? Would you at least look at it? You know what I'm saying? I got some fresh meat. You know what I'm saying? I went to my cousin's farm and we went hunting and we got all this fresh meat and shit. Let me break you off with, a slab of ribs. You know what I'm saying? And for that, can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? You know what I mean? In each other's backyards, y'all can build a farm. You know what I'm saying? And whoever's yard you build the farm in, you know what I'm saying, they're responsible for that farm.
Tracy, how's it going?
It's going.
Okay. You're wide awake Sunday morning. The background's
Yes.
working. All right. Things are doing come along good. We'll keep on keeping on. All right. Take care.
All right, you too.
An inspiring guy, I tell you, the way you've been able to overcome things.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
You take care.
You too. So it's like whoever's responsible, it's like if you put a farm in my backyard and we call it the community farm, I will be responsible for that farm. That means I'm going to be out there with my shotgun, my flashlight, keeping, you know what I'm saying, all the little critters out of there. You know what I mean? It'll be me and my family's responsibility. You know what I'm saying? We'll be out there picking the little worms and picking all the weeds out. You know what I'm saying? And we'll keep everything fertilized. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the family next door, maybe the farm, we broke down our fence and used both our backyards for the neighborhood farm. You know what I'm saying? Because we trust that, you know what I'm saying, we just trust our people like that. You know what I mean? There's things that we can fucking do. There's ideas that we can fucking do. Cat Williams said that he went and bought a whole bunch of acreage because he wanted to do some shit that Tyler Perry did. And I'm looking at both of them. I'm like, are either one of y'all putting up houses so people can actually get off of city-state assistance? You know what I'm saying? For a measly $1 or $2 for rent. You know what I mean? It used to be all you needed was like $5 to have a savings account. All you needed to do is keep $5 in that savings account and it would be there. You know what I'm saying? At a bank. So look, man, tell somebody, look, all you need to pay me is $5 a month. That's your rent. You know what I'm saying? And it's all bills paid. Now, what you do with the rest of your money is give back to the community and help somebody else. Pay it forward. Each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? And the person be like, you gonna make me live up to that? Like, do you want to live here? $5 a month, all bills paid. Come on, man. Wouldn't that be an awesome motherfucking community that one rich person could help, establish? You have your own government. You know what I'm saying? You have your own politics in that community. Meaning you have your own town halls or your own, community get-togethers where y'all be like, okay, so this month, we went through this amount of, wattage on electric. We went through so many gallons of water. You know what I'm saying? We had to landscape so much of this. We had to do so much of that. You know what I'm saying? The rain, water, went over the water table. What a water table is? Do you know what a water table is? Underground water? You know what I'm saying? If it's up too high, you're going to have a fucking flood zone. You know what a flood zone is? Come on now. Do you know what an unincorporated area is? Unincorporated zone. You know what I'm saying? Within the city limits. Unincorporated. You can live like a homesteader in an unincorporated zone in the city limits. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what homesteading is? Come on, man. Come on. It's like if you can do shit physically, I'm about to get the fuck off of here because I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna keep running my mouth. And if you look at my fucking video catalog, this is what I talk about. I'm not just saying it once. I've been saying this shit. And when I hear other people saying it, I'm like, I know they're not watching my videos, but it's about time. You know what I'm saying? It's about time somebody else is saying this shit. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. My name's Podrey. This is all about growth. I'm not trying to make nobody feel bad. I'm not trying to plant a fucked up seed in anybody's, brain. It's about growth. I want to grow. I want to continue to grow individually. You know what I'm saying? It's Podrey. And, I know that's my internet name, Podrey, but come on now. As an individual, as a man, I want to continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see my culture grow. I want to see my nation grow. I want to see the globe grow. You know what I'm saying? So we need help out here. We need help. It's going to take an accumulation of, that's the wrong word. It's going to take a lot of us to join hands and to make things happen and to fix things. So I'm going to hit you with this disclaimer. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I'm not the dumbest person either. I've done my research on some things, and there's a lot of shit out there that I still need to do research on. I just can't trust the resources that I have to use as a tool for research. But what I need you to do is to question everything that I'm talking about. I need you to question every little topic that I have talked about. And I need you to do your separate research on each of these topics. And from that, I need you to form your own opinion about these different topics. The most important part is to take your opinion and share it with other people. Hit me up. Let's start a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Going back and forth in the comment bar. You know what I mean? Make videos. Say, hey, yo, Pod. You know what I'm saying? Check out my video. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? And I'll leave a comment down. It's going to be like a fucking paragraph full. Because what I like to do is I like to listen, and then I'll pause, and I'll leave a comment on that section. And as you move into another section, I'm listening. I'm like, yeah, I do agree with that. And I'll pause and you know what I'm saying? That's how I like to watch video blogs. But anyway, the main reason why you should share your opinion with people is because people feel like they're alone out here. They feel like, man, I'm the only one that think this way. Especially when they're in an environment where people are looking at them and telling them, you're weird. Why do you think that way? It's fucked up when you got grown-ass people telling another grown-ass person, you need to change your way of thinking. You need to do things differently. You need to do them like this. How come you don't think the way I do? How come you don't move the way I do? I do things right. You do things wrong. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously? You gonna tell another grown person you do things wrong? I do things right, you do things wrong. If y'all were not fucking with each other, who knows what y'all would be doing? And who knows who would be looking at the other person saying that was right and that was wrong? You know what I'm saying? But like I say, there's a lot of people that feel like they're alone in this world because they don't have anybody, that think the way they think. But if you pop up and your thoughts is being shared with other people and they get a hold of your thoughts and they be like, man, I was going to hang myself today. Man, I was going to drown myself and my kids today. Man, I was going to burn the house up with the dog and the lizards, the goldfish, the birds. Man, I was going to steal my uncle's plane and I was going to go dive bomb the bank. Man, I was going to steal my daddy's car and go shoot up some shit. Man, all kind of shit. You could stop all kind of shit by sharing your thoughts because you never know who's going to hear your message. You know what I'm saying? And who the fuck can tell you that you're wrong for thinking the way you're thinking? That passion, those thoughts gotta come from somewhere. And if it just hits you all of a sudden, you scratching your ass and watching cartoons, and you're like, I wonder why people in my culture are fucking killing each other. I don't like that. I'm gonna make a video. Wow. Oh, okay. What's up, fam? I don't know how to say this, but I don't like what people are doing out there. Just because Shannon Sharp had a little freak thing going on, people tried to put him down, and people were happy to see him fall from grace, but I don't think that was kind. Tell me what you think about it. Peace. I'm silly as fuck. Hey, yo, you have a good day, you have a good night, you have a good morning. Peace.
Give them prayer hands, say what's up America. Half of you should know me, right? Other half a replica.